All right, so tonight we are on week 3 of our volume training, and we're going to talk about team cycles and cap outs and how you can maximize your volume to turn over the team cycle bonuses till the point where you cap out your income based on your rank. So I'm going to do a screen share here. You guys will have to let me know if you can see this okay. Thumbs up. Okay, awesome. So this diagram was posted earlier in our group page, so you already probably, this isn't anything new that you have seen before. So as a coach, you're not eligible to earn the team cycle bonus, so that's why there are zeros in that column. That's something that you start earning once you are Emerald Coach. And the reason being, you are strictly commission-based as a coach, so you're earning 25% income from your customers. Once you start building a team of coaches, then you start earning volume, the team cycle bonus from the volume on your coaches. So I get that question a lot with my newer coaches, especially. They're wondering, what this team cycle bonus is and why they're not getting it. And it's likely because A, they're not an Emerald Coach yet, or B, they just don't have a lot of activity happening yet. In their downline of coaches, maybe they only have the one on their left, one on the right for coaches, and they're only, on Shakeology Home Direct. So that happens, a 90-point volume for a Shakeology order is not enough even to turn over a cycle bonus. We need 100 on your weak leg to turn over a cycle bonus. So that's something to keep in mind. The volume really does start to add up and build as you add your coaching team. So I tell my coaches, try to recruit at least, between 1 and 4 coaches a month so that you start, picking up on this cycle bonus. Okay, so that's where you're going to really see your income build as you build your team. So I figured this out, based on monthly earnings, because so much of us are just so programmed to think of income in terms of either annually or monthly. So an Emerald Coach, if you were capping out at the $250 income every week, that would be just over $1,000 a month that you'd be earning. As a Ruby Coach, $16 per cycle bonus. If you were capping out at $1,000 every week, that's $4,300 per month. As a Diamond Coach, you're earning $18 per cycle bonus. So that would be $2,000 per week or $8,600 per month. And then as a 1-star Diamond, and this is all the farther I figured it out per month, you guys can do the math, $3,000 per week or $13,000 per month as a 1-star Diamond. All right. So how do you cycle? So there are ways to earn team cycle bonus. So like I mentioned, as you build your legs, your team volume begins to accrue. And that only happens as you start sponsoring coaches or discount coaches. Okay. That team volume is generated when coaches in your downline purchase product or make sales to customers. So you get all of that volume that's exponentiary down in your downline. So as your coaches add coaches and help customers, and all of that volume comes back up to you in your entire downline, okay? So as your team volume builds, you inherently have a strong leg and a weak leg. And like we've talked about before, sometimes that can fluctuate depending on how strong your strong leg is, or if you have an upline that is not very, actively working the business, you might have to build both sides of your business, depending on the productivity of your upline or where you're placed in someone's downline. So just keep that in mind and be checking that so that as you sponsor new coaches, you kind of can strategically, decide what leg you're going to place them on. When your team volume reaches a combined 300 total volume that consists of a 2-to-1 ratio, so 200 volume on your strong to 100 on your weak, you will earn 1 cycle, okay? So based on your rank, that's going to determine how much you earn for that 1 cycle. You can cycle multiple times per day. Again, as your team grows, as you're growing coaches, adding coaches, and they're adding coaches and helping customers, you can turn over several cycles per day. And then, like I said, each cycle earns $14 for Emerald, $16 for Ruby, $18 for a Diamond. You must be Emerald or higher to earn the cycle bonus. And then for any of you on this call, if you have not signed a spouse or a good friend or a fiance or a family member up yet, I would really encourage you to do that and have them at the top of your business. And this could be a conversation that you have with your sponsor coach. But my husband was my very first coach that I signed. And it kind of took me a little bit to wrap my head around why this was a good idea. But I'm so glad that I didn't wait, because I now have him in really the ideal position in my business to accrue the most volume possible. Because any coach that I sponsor underneath him on that leg, he's getting volume from that, and then I'm getting it as well. So it's kind of like getting double paid on the same volume. Had I waited to sign him, I would have missed out on the coaches that I signed between myself and him, if that makes sense. If he's down here and I'm here, any of those coaches in between us, he wouldn't be earning volume on or income on the volume. So it's a really, really good idea. As a coach, we can manage up to 3 coach accounts with our credit cards total. All right. So I can manage myself, I can manage my husband's, and then I could manage like my parent, one of my parents, or if I had a child who was 18 or older. So it has to be immediate family. It can't be an aunt or a sister or brother. It has to be immediate family. So a parent, a spouse, or a child. Okay. And then you can use your credit card information to keep those accounts active and manage them as your own. All right. So how do you build for cycling purposes? When I started working my business, I knew I was in it for the income, and I've also kind of been going for rank as well. So it's kind of one of those things where you really have to just, ask yourself, is rank more important? Is income? Are you going to try to work both? I do believe you can work both, although sometimes it's frustrating for me personally, because I am really shooting for rank, and my income is doing okay, but I think it's just, you build totally different based on what your goals are if you want rank or income. So just maybe kind of have a talk with yourself and decide which way you're going to go, or if you have if you're leaning towards one way or the other, because that's going to determine where you place your coaches on your downline. Okay. So because I wanted to grow more for income than rank, when I sponsor a new coach, if I know that they're going to work the business, I generally will place them on my weak leg. Now, the reason I do that is because I know that they're going to hopefully be a successful coach, and they're going to be building a team. They're going to be rank advancing. They're going to be helping customers. They're going to be running challenge groups. All of those things are going to be adding volume to their own business, and it's all going to roll up to me on that weak leg, helping turn over more cycle bonus, because I'm going to have the ratio is going to be closer, to capping out. If I were to place a business builder on my strong leg, that volume is just helping my strong leg be stronger. I'm not cycling any more than if I would have them on my weak leg. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. There is cases, so if you're building for rank and volume, you do need, active diamond coaches on that strong leg to be able to earn your rank. So if, let's say, elite is really important to you, and I really do think elite is, something that every coach should shoot for, but I'm not going to tell you what to do and how to run your business. But so in that case, to be 5-star, you do need to have at least one diamond coach on your strong, and then you can have 4 on your weak. But if that one diamond on your strong drops, then your rank drops, and so for stability, you almost want to have, more than that one on your strong leg. So, kind of what I do is I go back and forth. I have most of my business builders on my weak leg, but I do have some on my strong as well. So it's, just a little bit of balance and kind of a chess game at times to know where to place people. But I guess my rule of thumb, my advice that I tell my team, especially as you're just first growing your team and you are looking to, build your income, and, the purpose of this group is to really know how to maximize that, so that you cap out at each rank, is to put your business builders on that weak leg so that you're earning all that volume on the weak leg. All right. So one other thing that you can do is offer incentives or other rewards based on your coach's love language to keep them motivated, to keep supporting them, encourage your team members. Sometimes it's you pour your heart and soul into your team and they just lose their motivation. It's like, why did you, where did you go? You were doing so well. So the more that you can learn about them and know what motivates them, hopefully the longer that they will stick with you, and they'll stick this business out, and they'll do awesome things and help other people. So I have, coaches on my team who are really motivated by recognition, or really motivated by gifts, or time spent with them. So get to know them, get to know what just, gets them going, and try to do those things for your coaches. The other thing I was going to say about this too, I didn't put this in here as a bullet, but go through like coaches or customers, your discounts, who maybe aren't in a challenge group, and maybe it's been several months or half a year where they're not in a challenge group anymore. Don't disconnect with those people. I have an open door revolving group that I put any customer of mine in, whether they were in a free group, or they are done with a challenge group, or they're a Beachbody lead. I give them the link to that group. And I don't have a daily post that I use every day, or a guide, a posting guide. I just post my accountability in there, and I encourage everyone else to do the same. I post my blog posts in there. What else do I do? Recipes, like articles that I find interesting that I look up. So I'm just keeping people engaged in that open door revolving group. And then I will go back and let them know what groups I have opening up for the following month. And then also, because they're already my customer, it makes it really easy to go back and like re-invite them. So I did this last week for my next upcoming challenge group. And I had a lot of interest of, people that hadn't been in my groups in a long time, like, yes, I need to get back in it. I got to do something, and then I'm asking them for referrals. So it's, they're already your customers. They're already vested in you. Don't forget about those people. And, I'm helping them get back on Shakeology, or maybe starting up with the 3-day refresh. So I'm offering them the product catalog guide too, talking about the new products that they haven't used because they haven't been in a group of mine in a while. So like the performance line, and bringing that up, just different ways that I can help them achieve the goals that they're looking to do. So, and all of those orders are going to, of course, boost my volume. All right. The last thing I wanted to show you was this cycle bonus calculator. And I don't know if you guys are at all familiar with this or have played around with this at all. I posted the link in our volume group so that you can just click on it, and it is so easy and simple to use. So all you have to do in here is you insert what your weekly earning goal is. For example, I put in 1,000. And then the team cycle amount. So as a Diamond Coach, you're going to earn $18 per cycle. And then it will tell you need 55 cycles to earn $1,000 as a Diamond. Okay. So then you can look at your volume, go into your Coach Online office, and see how far off you are, with your weak leg, strong leg volume. And then you can kind of reverse engineer and say, okay, I need 61 cycles per week on my weak leg, 122 on my strong. How short am I of this? And a Shakeology Home Direct is almost 90, or I'm almost 100. So you can kind of figure out how many more customers you need, or coaches you need to add to be able to come up with that, your goal income. All right. It's a pretty nifty tool. Play around with it. It's fun to dream, shoot for a big high number, and see what you come up with. So that's all I have for you tonight. Thanks for jumping on, and jot down your questions, and I will see you all back on Wednesday night for a question and answer. Hope this was helpful for you guys tonight. All right, take care.